What's going on, guys? Styx here with the Token Minorities, and I know you saw what the title of this video is, and if I'm gonna be honest, this is like my fourth or fifth take, just trying to I don't know, just trying to get everything in a proper and orderly fashion. But yeah, you guys saw what the title of this video is, and yeah, I am retiring from the TCG, but don't worry. TTM will still have plenty of TCG related content, as Johnny will be taking over full time from me, and he will have consistent 3 uploads a week. So yeah, don't worry about that. Still going to be consistent, but unfortunately I am going to have to step away, and unlike last time that I took a step back, this time it will be permanent, or at least for the foreseeable future. And so I just wanted to let you guys know that. So first of all, the reasons that I am, well, quitting / retiring, the first one is kind of like the smallest one, and that is just the cost. I mean, it makes a bigger impact when coupled with the next reason, which is really the biggest reason why I'm having to quit the TCG. But still, being med student, having a crap load of debt, the cost is just kind of like another small nail in the coffin. But the big one, the big reason, is the time. Now, during my gap year, I was all about the TCG. I think for a month or two, I was able to get literally daily uploads of different TCG decks, and that was because I was able to check 6 prizes, Poke Beach, 60 cards, etc., etc., multiple times a day, in addition to being able to check out the results of every tournament that would be that the results were posted online, that the deck lists were posted online. I just had a very solid knowledge of the game, and as a result of being able to look at all that stuff with as much time as I had, I knew all the tech options. I knew what was meta, what could be paired with what was able to make certain decks better, what could be teched for certain matchups, and as a result, I was able to make higher quality, cooler decks because I just really had more time to put into the TCG. I had the ability to take all of that information that was available to me and put it into decks. I mean, just the fact that I was able to make a deck, well, not make a deck, but make a deck video around Rotom and Wishy-Washy way back when. I know that wasn't my original list, but the fact that I was able to spend the time to dig through and find that deck list was just kind of a testament to how much time I was able to put into the game. And unfortunately, in the past couple months, I have checked 6 prizes a total of 1 time. I have checked nothing else. I haven't even watched any of the videos from recent tournaments. So I don't have the time to put in the game that I used to, and unfortunately, I'm someone that is ridiculously competitive. Anybody that knows me knows that I am insanely competitive, and if there's something that I want to do, I never go into it half-heartedly. I don't just kind of give half an effort. If I want to do something, then I have to put in the effort to become better. I have to be able to do everything that I can to know all that's available and be the best that I can. And if there's one thing that's been made abundantly clear over the last year, it's that I just do not have the time to put into the TCG anymore in order to do that, so that kind of made my decision for me. So I'll be completely honest, you guys are the whole reason that I actually stayed in this as long as I did. But again, Johnny's going to be taking over, so there still will be TCG content, don't worry about that. But but yeah, you guys are the whole reason that I stayed in this as long as I did. Like I've said before, Jolt and I never anticipated the fact that TTM would last through undergrad. We are now 3 years out of undergrad and we're still doing TTM. We did not anticipate it lasting this long. And me, with TCG, I didn't think that I would do it much into med school at all. I thought, okay, maybe I'll do it during my gap year, but then med school, just gonna cut it off cold turkey. However, because of you guys, because of the insane support, because of the interactions I've been able to have with you guys, I've tried to keep this going as long as I could, and honestly, I've been thinking about retiring for quite a while now, almost a full year in all honesty, but I've tried to keep pushing through just because I love the interactions I've been able to have with you guys. I love the support that you guys have given us, and I felt I owed it to you guys to give it everything that I had to try to make this me in the TCG last as long as possible, but unfortunately I just cannot do that anymore. I hope you guys understand. And so what this last video is going to be is the whole explanation that I just gave you guys, as well as me just playing a couple random decks, a couple of my favorites throughout the years that I've been playing the TCG, just going through and having some fun with it. So yeah, that is the explanation of why I am retiring from the TCG. Just TLDR, I don't have the time and money, unfortunately, to keep up with it in a manner and quality that I would want to. Like, I can kind of just be like, oh yeah, just here's a good deck, but I wouldn't be able to like give you guys the insight and give you guys the options, like the tech options that I normally like to do. So yeah, if I can't give it all that I want to and all that I am capable of, I don't, like, you guys deserve better than that. You deserve high quality content, and I do not. Like, if I can't do that, then like that's a sign that I do need to retire from the TCG. So yeah, I hope you guys understand. Thank you all so much for what has quite honestly been just an absolutely incredible ride. And so yeah, let's just try to jump into a live and see if we can get a few more games before I permanently call it quits. Obviously, I'm going to start with the Legacy ladder because that's really where I felt like I found my niche in the TCG tubing in the TCG tubing realm, just because like I love Legacy and I would spend so much time finding different Legacy decks that I could show for you guys, and not only finding the decks, but finding obscure decks, trying to bring them to you repeatedly over and over. And so like that's kind of what I found my niche doing, and I really had fun doing it because I really didn't see a whole lot of other TCG tubers at the time that were doing Legacy decks or Legacy decks with any consistency. So yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. And okay, so we start off with Celebi, Smeargle, Jirachi, Skyla, and Random Receiver. Ooh, I can actually work with this. So let's Smeargle. Let's hope that I can get like a dual ball or something. Maybe I should have started. Yeah, you know what? I should have started with the Smeargle instead of the Celebi. But okay, my opponent is playing Tyrogue and Magnemite. I mean, he's not going to be able to attack me this turn one. I'm going to grab my opponent's going to grab a Judge. That's unfortunate, but not like the end of the world. So it looks like my opponent is actually playing a very cool deck as well. But I definitely should have started with my Smeargle then. Oh, well, that's just absolutely fantastic in all honesty. What's my opponent going to grab? A Random Receiver for next turn. That makes sense. I am not going to let my opponent... Well, I'm going to let my opponent keep it just because, like, I really see no reason not to. But let's just go ahead and Juniper. I hate to get rid of all of those things, but I feel like it's better in this instance to do that. So let's just go ahead and Celebi, Forest Breath onto the Genesect, and then Dual Ball for... Ooh, I get two of them. So let's grab a... I have a Random Receiver. No, let's grab a Jirachi and a Virizion. Play those two down. And yes, I would like to for... Let's grab an Oak, actually. Let's do that. Play the Virizion. And I'm also going to go ahead and Chorus Machine onto the Genesect, and let's just call it a turn right there. So, not sure what my opponent is going to... I mean, my opponent's obviously going to play their Random Receiver for a supporter. If it's an N, then that'd be really nice. But it is an Oak, which is fine. Hopefully my opponent doesn't get like a Rare Candy into all that stuff. Or like a Rare Candy into a Magnezone, because that would be very unfortunate. We do see the Hypnotoxic Laser come out. That's fine. No, I know what Poison and Sleep do. What is going on? Have I... Oh, I must have had to re-download the TCG in the meantime. So, let's see. Can I wake up? No. Can he wake up? Yes. So, I do need an energy and an energy switch, or I can just, you know, do this. That works too. So, let's switch into Genesect, and then do I want to get rid of anything? Let's just go ahead and get rid of both of these for another dual ball. I think that'd be beneficial. So let's do that, see what I can get off of it. And if I don't get anything, that's fine. I just need a single grass energy, and my opponent does just scoop. So yeah, I mean, I guess we take those. We didn't actually have to do anything, but now my win streak is at 6. Man, that's even left over from my previous videos. Holy crap! Like I have not played a whole lot since then. But am I able to complete? Yeah, I am able to get both of those. But like you see what I mean when it comes to the timing. Like the ladder has been up for 5 days. And this is literally the first time I'm jumping back into it. Like, I just don't have nearly the time anymore that I used to for it. And so it's just like, I don't know, just not as much time. So I really am sorry for you guys, or to you guys, just because, I mean, you guys are the whole reason that I got into this and the whole reason that I had fun with it to begin with. But, okay, what's next? Do I want to, ooh, this is a fun one. Do I want to do Grace Shadow? Yeah, let's do that. Why is this an expanded deck that doesn't have an A-spec in it? That is very weird. Did I just not remember the A-spec? Whatever. We'll just jump into it, see what happens. But I think... Did I really not have an A-spec when I used this? Jeez. That was a... I don't remember how long ago Grace Shadow was. Like, that was actually a pretty decent chunk of time ago. But we unfortunately do not win the coin flip. However, I mean, if we can get everything going, then maybe. But no, because we had to evolve anyway. So, okay. We have Dialgas, we have Seismitoad. I think I'm just going to start with the Toad. I'm going to start with the Toad. Shaman to see if I can get an energy or something. But, oh, we see the Ditto. Well, if I can get a DCE, that would be ideal, and if my opponent ends me, that'd be even more ideal, because Dialga is not something that I really like to have in my hand. Nope, we just see the Bridget, so my opponent's probably just playing a Zoroark build, which is very nice for Marshadow, in all honesty. But I do need a Sycamore or an Ultra Ball. Yeah, because I want to get the Feebas out ASAP. But it's just Zoroark, Magcargo, I mean, that makes sense. Getting those things out immediately. He's going to Shaman for 1. Oh, that's... Not sure if I agree with that, actually, because, I mean, Shamaning for 1 is very, very, like, iffy. Like, you only do that if you absolutely have to. And we even see the DCE onto the Zorua, so that's going to be... Well, okay, come on, give me a Sycamore. Or a Battle Compressor. That does not really... I mean, that kind of helps, but not a whole heck of a lot. So let's Battle Compressor, get rid of a Duskmane, get rid of a Sycamore, and a Guzma, I believe. I want to do that. Now let's just get rid of an energy as well. Floatstone up to Seismitoad, energy up to Seismitoad, just because I just need more cards. Plain and simple, I need more cards. Yeah, I'm not playing this. Yeah, if I can't get anything, then I'm not going to bother with that, but let's go ahead and try to find another one. So our 6-game win streak is snapped, but I mean, that was just a game that was going to go downhill very, very quickly. And so what I'm going to try to do is just get a good game with Grey Shadow, probably jump back into the Legacy ladder, see if I can get a good one with Celebi Genesect again. And then, yeah, this is going to end up being a quicker live anyway, just because, I mean, it's my last hurrah. It's my last hurrah. It's my last time to really have fun with the game and just to go nuts with it. And here is what I'm talking about. This is gorgeous. So what I can do is, yeah, this is like exactly what you want on the first turn. So yeah, I might grab another Feebas actually, just so my opponent can't target both of those down. So let's go ahead and do this. Grab another Feebas. Is there... Really? All my Milotic are prized? Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and Deancey. Oh boy. Well, looks like I'm going to go the Seismitoad route, I guess. And then do I want to Brooklet Hill? Actually, I might Brooklet Hill just to get... nah, I don't really want Brooklet Hill in this case. So let's do that. And now what I can do is Battle Compressor, get rid of Duskmane and Dialga. And honestly, another Feebas. Or do I want to get rid of... Let's get rid of an energy. Now, let's start getting rid of the energy. Seismitoad I want to throw in the discard pile as well, just so I can have that there. And let's grab another Marshadow. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab another Marshadow. And I think I'm just going to call it a turn right there, because I can item lock my opponent, but man, this is... Man, I was hoping to just show off the decks that I was having, that I had a lot of fun with, and go from there, but this is not going particularly well, just because I'm not able to, you know, get anything going. But my opponent does have to discard 2 Vespiquen immediately. So that could come into play. Quaking Punch will be able to one-shot Combee. And then, yeah, because if I just Quaking Punch, then I will be able to... Ooh, this is going to be... Ah, crap. Will he be able to... If he has a Muscle Band or a Choice Band, he will be able to one-shot me. So this is an Archie's... That's actually a really interesting... I haven't seen that in a long time. An Archie's Vespiquen deck. That is very cool. That is really, really cool. So I will have to try to pray that I can draw into a Feebas at some point. But, let's see, does my opponent have the cards to play down in order to get the Archies? Oh, he has a Parallel City. Well, I'm going to have to rely on my Field Blower. It's going to Rescue Stretcher. Okay, that doesn't work because you're going to have to put all 3 back in the deck and you're not going to be able to Archies. Yeah, my opponent realized that he would have to put the Gallade back in the deck too, but yeah, so I mean, that's not going... I mean, we ended up winning, but that wasn't like... Yeah, that was just my... I think my opponent... I don't want to say they were inexperienced, because I mean, I've definitely had those brain farts before where I'm just like, oh yeah, I can just do this, this, and this, but no, that's not exactly how it works. Rescue Stretcher is kind of a pain in the butt when it comes to that, because it's just like, no, you can't choose 2, you have to put 3. And so it's like, but I don't want to put 3, please. But yeah, so I mean, my opponent must have either had a brain fart or just not super experienced with the deck. I'm gonna try one more time to get a legacy game, just because I mean that is again my favorite format. I love the legacy format. It is so much, it's so much fun to play in. But you're seeing why I ended up playing against Henry for the vast majority of it. Because there's just, it's so dead. There's nobody there. Like people are just not on the legacy format anymore, which really sucks. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to wait a couple more seconds, and if there's nobody, I'll just try to find another Grace Shadow game, because I think I might call it if I can get... Yeah, forget it. If I can get a good Grace Shadow game, then I think I will just call it at that point, just because then I will be able to go out with a bang, go out with a turn where I'm able to Timeless back into my turn into a Meteor Tempest and maybe take like 4 prizes or something like that. But man, even the expanded ladder seems a little bit dead. Wonder if there's anybody online. Because I mean, I know there is. There's definitely people online because we found some games, but I'm hoping that we can come across. Okay, there we go. Alright, so this very well might be the last game of TCGO that I ever play. So let's see how this goes. We do lose the coin flip, unfortunately, so not a great start for us. Depending on... Well, I mean, I don't know. Some of my opponents... Never mind. I was about to say, some of my opponents recently have been letting me go first randomly. But okay. So we start off with some good stuff, actually. So let's go ahead and do this and this. I will be able to get an energy into the discard pile immediately. And maybe... Oh boy, there's a Mew. Yeah, Mew is not very good for this deck. Mew kind of really sucks to go up against in this deck. We see Ninkata. Okay, so this is like a This is like a Shedinja deck. Is this going to be Excelgor Shedinja, maybe? I mean, that would make sense. And, of course, my opponent gets heads off roller skates. We're up against one of these decks. See a Muscle Band. Do we see... What exactly is my opponent going to go for? Is it just going to be this switching into Shedinja thing? Because that... I mean, that's what comes to mind when I see Ninjask. But But I mean, then again, I'm also out of touch with the TCG, so who even knows at this point what my opponent is doing. We see the grass energy and just a pass, so that's okay. What I can do is get rid of a Dialga, an energy, and probably a Duskmane. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of those 3. Let's Float Stone up the Marshadow so I can get that thing out of dodge if I need to. Let's get rid of that energy and hope that I can... Well, that can work. So let's go ahead and Battle Compressor again. Let's get rid of Dialga and 2 energy, I think. Actually, there's already 1 in there, so I can afford to get rid of a Guzma so I have that active later. Then I can Ultra Ball... I might just Shaman for 6 at this point. I can Ultra Ball for a Seismitoad, because I think I kind of want a Seismitoad to try to stall my opponent a little bit. Now it's Shaman for Seismitoad. Energy up that thing. Trainer's Mail, I whiff it. That's fine, because I do have a Shaman for 6, which should hopefully yield me something good. Maybe another Feebas. Ooh, this can work. So let's just go ahead and switch into the Seismitoad. Ultra Ball, get rid of these 2, because I want to grab another Feebas just in case my opponent tries to target that thing down. And then let's Shaman once again for more cards. Maybe I can get a Choice Band so I can 2-hit KO the Mew. Of course not. Why would I be able to? And let's just end the turn with a Quaking Punch to lock my opponent from items. So this is looking to actually be a pretty solid start, because I will be able to get even more into the discard pile. Oh, duh. This is just one of those Cursed Rain Shedinja decks. Wow, I completely forgot about that thing. He is going to Hopeless Scream. It will knock me out, but at this point, if I can get the right stuff, I will be able to Timeless into Meteor Tempest. So I'm hoping if I can just get a Milotic, then I will be able to win the game. So let's go ahead and do that. Trainer's Mail, and yeah, I will be able to win the game off of this, because I can Ultra Ball into get rid of both of these to grab a Milotic, and then I will be able to Energy Grace onto the Marshadow, and because Dialga is in the discard pile, I will be able to use its attack. So let's go 1, 2, 3, attach them all to Marshadow, and I will be able to win the game after my opponent takes his prize from Milotic. And so, yeah, able to end my TCG career with a very, very cool turn. Just going with Grace Shadow, taking 2 prizes. It's immediately my turn again, and I will be able to go out, like I said, with a bang. And in this case, a Meteor Tempest of being able to knock out the Shedinja. And, okay, Marshadow was able to win the game. Let's just discard all of these, and there we go. So... yeah, man, it's kind of a really bittersweet feeling. Like, I don't know, like, I'm very sad that I'm ending my TCG career on that. But I mean, I'm glad that I was able to at least get a good Gray Shadow game with you guys. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and buy a really random pack. See if I can get something randomly good. My luck with Lele's has always been awful, so you know what we're going to do. We're going to buy a single Guardians Rising pack and just open it up, go to our collection, see if there's anything else that's left there. First things first, open the uncommon chest, 5 coins, and a Fisherman. Okay, so that's very unremarkable, and let's see if my Lele luck is any good at all for the stream. Let's see, what do we got? Okay, we just have a bunch of stuff that I already have, and... well, it's a Tapu Koko, so it's a Tapu, but it's not a Lele. So, yeah, I mean, that's going to be it for me, for you guys. So, thank you so much to every single one of you. You have made this a much more incredible ride than I ever would have guessed. Like, if you would have told me, like, even though 5,000 subs is not, like, big compared to other YouTubers, like, it means the absolute world to me that you guys enjoyed me playing and struggling with Pokemon enough. And I mean, I know we have a lot of different stuff on the TTM channel, but like, still, I love you guys for following me all the way to this point. I'm very sorry that I have to step away, but again, thank you for what has been an absolutely incredible ride. I could not have done any of this without you. I hope you guys will continue to watch Johnny, as he's very, very solid. Like, he is a lot more... Well, first of all, his graphics look a lot better than anything I did, but then again, I didn't even use graphics. But yeah, still stick with TTM. We're still going to have TCG content. I just wanted to thank you guys for the road that I've been able to be on because of you. And for the last time in the TCG, this is Styx signing out. Why not? See you guys.